Hey guys, I want you to think about a picture in your mind for a second. Think of a little girl and her mom sitting in the living room of their house, just watching TV. It's a normal, everyday night. Then all of a sudden the door slams open. Father walks in. He's all disheveled clothes and he just looks exhausted. Some of your minds instantly go to, he's got a drug problem. Maybe he just went out drinking with his buddies. Maybe he might even be having an affair. But all of these assumptions are wrong. In fact, what he was doing was he was at the casino for the past 3 hours gambling away his last week's paycheck. And because of it, that little girl and that mom won't be able to eat dinner that night or breakfast the next morning. It's from this that we can tell that he's addicted to gambling. Today I want to talk to you about how gambling in our country is viewed, how gambling can have very harmful effects to people, and how there are steps that can be taken to stop and prevent gambling addiction. First, let's take a glimpse of gambling in America. An article from Dr. Kennedy's book, Gambling, America's Hidden Addiction, written in 1995, states, within the last 10 to 15 years, public perception of gambling has undergone almost miraculous transformation. Gambling was considered a vice with drugs, alcohol, prostitution, and violent crime. Now it's considered a benign, benevolent, and harmless form of entertainment for the family. Usually when we think of gambling, we think of Vegas and the bright lights, all these nicely dressed people going into the casinos to, waste a couple $1,000s just doing whatever they do. But again, that's not really the case. Although America has romanticized gambling, that still does not disguise the fact that it can still have negative effects on people. Sure, some do win the lottery. Is it good? A study revealed in Charles T. Clotfelter's book, Selling Hope, published in 1989, reveals that bad things usually do happen to people who end up winning the lottery, like prank calls, people just calling to annoy them, not death threats, but threats on their life, envy of their coworkers. They just have a total loss of privacy. Pathological gambling, according to Nancy Petrie, in her article, Internet Gambling is Common in College Students and Associated with Poor Mental Health, published in 2007, states that pathological gambling is gambling regardless of continued negative effects to the person. The general population, only 0.4 to 1.9% of people are considered pathological or compulsive gamblers. 3 to 9% of college students, however, are considered pathological gamblers. Compulsive and pathological gambling is somewhat related to the gambling addiction, as it involves an uncontrollable urge just to go and waste money, just to go do it just in search of that one chance to win. According to a study on myaddiction.com, 85% of U.S. adults will gamble at least once in their lifetime. So, looking at this room, only 2 of us won't ever gamble in our entire life, based on that statistic. For pathological gamblers, the average debt for U.S. men is $55,000 to $90,000, but for women it's significantly less than $15,000. Symptoms of this condition include lying to their loved ones, impatience, neglected responsibilities, mood swings, and withdrawal symptoms at being told that they're not allowed to go out and gamble. Problems are great, such as these, but they can be overcome. A study in Illinois that was done showed that just educating children, adults, and instructors helped improve their knowledge of harmful effects and deterred them from pursuing gambling in the future. For people that already are involved in this addiction, there are sites such as myaddiction.com, there are organizations like Rehab International and Gamblers Anonymous. But the key aspect of here is knowledge and preventing this addiction. And now y'all have the facts to give that knowledge. We definitely can prevent this addiction from happening and becoming more prevalent in our society. Here I have shown you how America views gambling, its negative effects, and how you can do something about it. Society now sees gambling as just a harmless event. We have power to positively affect lives, the opposite of what gambling does. I bet by now, though, you've probably forgotten about that little girl. Your help in telling someone could help her escape that future and avoid this addiction. Some will thank you. I know that little girl will.